We all need to manage changes to VC models. It can take many forms, with some companies making changes in production directly, others making changes in another test system to ensure they work. Others may use a combination of these. SAP does not guide how you should manage changes in your VC models in most cases. However, as often SAP does, they provide many different ways of managing change. This module does not cover engineering change management, a tool SAP provides to control changes by date. Still, instead, we are focusing on how to use your system landscape to implement changes efficiently once they are created, need testing, and the changes are finally implemented. We will cover: what is a VC Golden Client? 3 reasons why we need it. A quick overview of the setup, examples of using it. What is a VC Golden Client? A VC Golden Client has the following attributes. It is for VC modeling data only. It is only accessed by those responsible for creating and changing VC models. It contains no transactional data, no sales orders, no production orders, just data for VC modeling. Where is it set up? My preference is to set it up in a development instance. Others sometimes set it up in a QA instance. I prefer the dev instance as it is more stable, whereas QA instances are sometimes impacted with refreshes and can sometimes complicate the use. The critical aspect is to have a VC Golden Client. The 3 reasons. VC models can be complex and pervasive in their impacts on sales, pricing, costing, production planning, procurement, and outputs. VC models are master data objects that make static data such as bombs and routings dynamic. We have all experienced situations when incorrect master data can cause delays, rework, shutdowns in both minor and significant ways. The first reason is control. By staging changes in a Golden Client, we have more control. The focus is the modeling and making sure they work. Only the VC modelers have access to this client, so others do not impact them. The second reason is that it allows improved testing processes. For example, the VC modeler can test in a clean environment using the simulation tools and transaction PME VC. If required, they can ELE their changes to another client, such as the same client the functional consultants may unit test their transports. Once tested by the VC modelers, functional consultants, or super users, the changes can be ELE'd to the QA instance where business users perform user acceptance testing. The third reason is that we model once in the VC Golden Client and use ELE to push the changes to the clients as required. The significant advantage is it allows improved testing capability and less potential for errors to be made. Remember what I said about how costly master data errors can be. I have mentioned the term ELE without explaining what it is. It stands for Application Link Enabling. The various SAP instances are enabled to exchange master data in a controlled way. You will already have a landscape of SAP instances. It is likely 3 instances with at least 1 client in each at minimum. We are adding our VC Golden Client to the dev instance. The technical setup for the ELE distribution model is to set up communication channels, and once set up, we define the messages and directions allowed. For VC objects, these are the standard messages, and in general, the Golden Client allows the messages to go out but not come in. Exceptions may be in the initial setup of the Golden Client could be to import the VC data from the production client. Once the technical setup is made, it generally is not touched again. So for refreshes of the QA client from production, the model needs to be regenerated in that client. Once the technical setup is created, the VC modeler can push out the changes from the Golden Client. The messages are sent in a specific order. For example, when a new characteristic is added to the model, it is sent before the object dependencies that use it. A simple example is a characteristic. We send with transaction BD91. We can monitor it in transaction BD87 and see it go out. In the target system, we also use transaction BD87 to see it arrive successfully. To underpin your changes, I recommend you processes employ a list of the changes. This could be as simple as a document or a more sophisticated recording system. After watching this module, you should consider using a VC Golden client if you do not already do so. We believe the VC Golden client to be good practice in the VC community. Once in place, SAP also provides tools that can further automate sending messages by using the PDR product replication workbench that sits on top of the AOE distribution model. It opens up the opportunity to send other master data, not just VC data.